Greetings, Vernon. My name is Karen D'Avino. I am the Superintendent of Schools here in the Vernon Township School District. I am joined here today by Dan, who is working with us on behalf of the Krapf School Bus Transportation Company. One of the great things about the partnerships that we really have with our transportation providers is that they really are partners with the school district. So we've had a wonderful working relationship with Krapf over the years. I'm very grateful for that. And one of the things that we feel is really important for our parents at home is to talk about some of the procedures that the Krapf company has put into place to keep children healthy and safe as they come onto our buses in September when school starts. So Dan, why don't you go over some of the protocols and procedures that you've established considering the responsibility of transporting students?
Sure, yeah. I'll start by saying that as a company, we're committed to being part of the solution to allow children to come back to school safely. And as part of that, we put a plan together for daily disinfecting of buses. And our drivers will be issued a cleaning kit at the back-to-school meeting. We're having virtual back-to-school meetings this year, and with a follow-up of a live dry run day. And at the dry run day, drivers will be issued that cleaning kit. Cleaning kit consists of latex gloves and a CDC and EPA approved disinfectant. And every driver will have that with the purpose of cleaning the vehicles during their downtimes, during their layover times, periodically throughout the day. That will consist of all high-touch areas being disinfected, and then as a more thorough follow-up at the end of the day, we have 1 per 25 vehicles, we have a vehicle cleaner assigned, and those vehicle cleaners will then do another more thorough daily disinfecting of the vehicle so that each vehicle is thoroughly cleaned both periodically and thoroughly throughout the day. And then as a second kind of layer of protection, should there be a positive case reported either with an employee or a rider on any route, that vehicle will then immediately be taken out of service.
Wow. And
then deep cleaned, kept out of service for another 24 hours after the deep cleaning, and not put back into service until it's checked off by the supervisor that the deep cleans have been completed. So yeah, we're committed to ensuring the safety of both our employees and the riders.
So for our parents at home, you said a couple of things that I want to repeat for our audience because they're super important. We've had a lot of questions about it. So if I heard you correctly, first of all, thank you for providing a really high level of care for our students because it matters to us that they get to school safely. We can't teach them until you get them here, so we appreciate that. I'm hearing that your drivers are going to have kits and they'll be able to disinfect perhaps even in between routes, right? You said downtime. So I'm guessing, and most of our parents know that our buses pull into one school and go to another school. However, there's usually some time where a driver may be able to do some additional disinfecting, right?
That's correct, yes. When I say layover and downtimes, so specifically when we drop off and we go to pick up another group of children, there's usually a layover time in between. And even if there is not typically, we're going to ask the drivers to take a couple extra minutes from time to time.
So parents, we have to be patient, right? In the school district, we have to be patient. We want everybody to get in safely. We want to make sure the buses are disinfected or cleaned in between routes. Remember, the best ways to mitigate COVID-19 is to make sure that we don't spread it, right? So taking care of the bus, wearing masks is really important. As a reminder, all of our children who are choosing to ride the bus have to wear a mask. We talked about windows being down, weather permitting, to promote airflow, fresh air from the outside, and these are school district protocols, but they really go hand in hand with the things you're talking about. I also really appreciate the fact that if we do have a case, we're looking at a 24-hour bus off the road, right? So the parents don't have to worry. It's the same bus that children were riding or an infected rider had the day before, correct?
That's correct, 100%. A clean spare will be put into service in the event that we're notified, and it will be tagged out of service as if it was, we had a breakdown, similar procedure where it was broken down in the shop and tagged out of service.
So, Dan, I can't thank you enough for going over the protocols for me and for our parents at home. I'm a parent in the district, too, for all of our moms and dads and guardians, and I hope this makes you feel a little bit more comfortable in knowing that Krapf, one of our bus companies, has these very high procedures and protocols so the children can be transported to school and from school safely when we open the doors in September. Thank you so much for being with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. So today we are talking about how we will transport our children safely to and from schools in the Vernon Township School District. I want you to take note of some of the video that you're watching today. It will help you and your children understand best how to remain safe when we open our schools in September. Notice that children, when they're waiting for the bus, are practicing social distancing. This is really important. We can't police our bus stops as school officials. However, as parents and community members, we really hope that you'll support us in ensuring that our children remain socially distanced from one another at the bus stops. As children board the bus, it's essential that they board back to front. That means that the first children boarding the bus need to go all the way to the back of the bus. Siblings may sit together. Friends, relatives, neighbors really should not, unless you're part of a specific social bubble. We discourage that, but encourage siblings to sit together in the same seat. Notice the children who are not siblings are sitting on the opposite side of the bus, a couple of rows up from the other seats. One of the other things that's really important is that as our children disembark the bus, they're disembarking the bus from the front to the back. Remember that school officials will help with this, especially during those first few days of school. Remember, when disembarking the bus, children need to remain socially distanced, and don't forget to thank your bus driver and tell them to have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today to talk about bus boarding and procedures. I know this is a really stressful time for families. I hope that you've also noticed in the last couple of days you received some email prompts or even some text messages from the school district. We are asking you to go onto the Genesis Parent Portal and make a decision about whether or not your child will be utilizing school bus transportation to and from school in September. Please remember that you need to make that decision by August 5th. You still have a little bit of a time. We hope that this video and some of the information provided by Krapf Transportation will help you make a decision in the best interest of your child's and your family's needs. We can't wait to see you in September.